Hey guys, welcome back to Last Call. My next guest is such an icon, it's hard to sum up all of his accomplishments. He sold millions of albums and concert tickets. He's a movie producer and a magazine publisher. Plus, he just said, and I'm not kidding here, if he ever went to jail, he'd want me to be his bitch. Please welcome Gene Simmons, everybody. You're serious about that bitch thing, aren't you? You're serious? Oh no, put it away, put it away!
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little what?
It won't hurt a lot.
No, just a little bit. Oh, God.
Come on, behave yourself.
Chandler, are you still here? Have a seat. Good to see you, Gene. That was honestly the most frightening thing that's ever happened to me. It really was.
Thank you.
It was frightening. How are you? We have so much to talk about. First of all, how does a guy that's dressed like this, put up that still if you wouldn't mind in there, how does this guy score 4,600 women?
Oh. Look, it's a little embarrassing to talk about that stuff, but if you must. No, see, the reason I started to do my own magazine is I didn't want to wait for Blender to vote me. I was going to vote myself.
Well, that's what happened. Blender came out, and because you have scored 4,600 women, you became Rock's #1, shagger rock star or something.
It's such a stupid idea. I mean, it really is. Everybody leads their own life. Nobody here is a virgin. Any virgins here?
Don't answer that, by the way. It's a young crowd. I have to put in perspective.
There are virgins here?
Oh, come on, this isn't Loveline. I have to put this in perspective. 4,600. Bring out, let me show you a visual of what this looks like so everybody can understand how many women you have been with.
You're killing me.
This is 4,600 gumballs. And there goes another one. Oh, that was nice. That's a lot of women there, Gene. I mean, that's what was this chick like?
Okay, so half seriously now. So are you trying to tell me you've only been with one woman?
Look, here's mine right here. This is mine compared to yours.
So it is about size.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, honestly, I mean, seriously, are you
no, that's
people
not
get
important.
off, but people get off on the numbers.
That's really not important.
But it's all relative. You know, a woman will say something like, "Well, I don't."
This isn't relative. This is 4,600 gumballs.
Yeah, but
this is astonishing.
Over 30 years, it winds up being about 2.5 liaisons a week. That's not.
What about Will Chamberlain? He's got 20,000.
It doesn't work. That's a figment of somebody's imagination.
The math doesn't work out for that.
No.
What's that? That's like 6 girls a night since he was 4.
About 5 a day.
That's disgusting. Is what
7
that is.
days a week. It's not true.
Right. Why'd you start this magazine, Gene Simmons' Tongue? I like it. It's very cool.
Thank you.
What inspired this? What magazines did you read and you thought, you know what, there's a hole, I need to put out a new...
You know, my thing was I came from another country. Let me just take this out of my mouth, please.
Yeah, take her out, please.
It's a piece of gum or something. Okay, so I came from Israel. I know I don't look Swiss, right? And, wow. But I speak other languages. Germans out there.
Yeah, okay, let's not go down there's a lot of countries, Gene, and we only have an hour tonight. I'm glad to have the hour, but we get the 5 hours.
Japanese, too, lives up. But
what magazine, what's wrong with what's out there? What do you read?
The magazines are fine. Everybody's doing a great job at what they're doing, but my notion in America has always been, you know, I came from Israel, this place that's supposed to be the promised land. I came to America and discovered the real one, the living, breathing one. Only in America isn't just a phrase. By the way, it doesn't work in Sweden or France. Only in France. They don't have that there. Only in America means that even a guy like me can come here and scale the heights. And so when I came here and I had the same dreams all of you have had, you wake up in the middle of the night, I wish I could be, you know what? You can. Nobody's born the President of the United States. Nobody's born Carson Daily.
Yeah, no. Well, maybe. There's a lot of gumballs here. Maybe there could be another one out there somewhere.
I woke up one day and I looked at the same magazines you do and said, you know, this magazine's cool, but I don't like that. I like this magazine, but I don't like that. This is the hybrid magazine I always wanted to see on the stands. It's Playboy with the clothes on. It's Rolling Stone without some college kid's point of view of what the political situation is in the world, as if he's qualified to comment on it.
But it does say something interesting here at the top. It says sex, style, and rock and roll.
Yeah, no drugs.
And you're known for, more astonishing than the women, you've never been drunk or had a cigarette or gotten high.
No, that's true.
That's true. You've been in KISS with almost 30 years.
Right. It's not meant, by the way, for effect. I don't think it's anything to be necessarily proud of or not. It's simply a life choice for myself. I think
but some people might find that hard to believe, just with the rock and roll that we know of when we watch Behind the Music or something.
Life's too short to try to convince anybody of anything. You're allowed to get high if you want to. You're a moron if you do. And if you're waiting to read the side of the cigarette packet that says, that's right, Gene Simmons is right, you're a complete moron, you're smoking. I mean, you have to wait for the product to say so. We all know the same stuff. This stuff is bad for you. You're allowed to do it. I simply don't want to do it for myself. So this is an extension of my lifestyle and what I do. Notice how many times
it's like a Bible. It's like a cool rock and roll Hugh Hefner-like Bible or something.
Right, which is why Hugh Hefner is on the cover of this.
This is the first issue with Hugh. And what about Hugh and his women? And there you are. Hugh's had... Hef. He's had, what, quality over quantity?
I think what he's done basically is live the lifestyle that we all wish we did as men. He basically decided to completely negate the Puritan ethic, the remnants of which are still existing, which is the notion that you're supposed to be married, have 2.5 kids, and lead a paint-by-numbers lifestyle. He said, well, that may be nice, but that's not what I want to do.
Right.
What I want to do is to chase skirt as long as body parts defy gravity.
Right.
And you know what?
It worked for him, yeah.
Me too. Works for me, too. I like it. And I stand here unapologetic and unabashed in my love of all women. You shake it, I will follow you.
Wait, hold on. It's funny he said that. I think Enrique's singing that song tonight. You shake it and I will follow you. But you have a girlfriend, Shannon Tweed, right? You guys have been together for 19 years. Why aren't you married?
I'm crazy about her. We have 2 kids. We lived together for almost 19 years. And I'm crazy about her and probably will always continue to live with her. But the notion of marriage, I believe, we're in the 21st century. I have certain philosophies about marriage. I believe it's an archaic notion. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't get married. You go ahead and get married. I strongly urge all women to get married as often as you can, because every time you get divorced, 50%, okay? By the way, for the guys, don't ever get married unless you're willing to pay for it.
How are the girls going to find a guy to get married if you're suggesting the guy should never get married because they're going to...
Because not everybody can play guitar and be in a band or be Carson Daily. That's why. Because the truth is that life is about access, and your choices, and your choices have to do with the possibilities.
Right. I always thought it was a pretty good idea to get married. No, I mean, I'm just a kid here.
No.
I just discovered hugging. I've got some time, Gene.
He's a nice, cute kid, right? He's not... Yeah. How come you're not married? Because the women are out... Look, every one of these girls wants to have your child. And you're...
Have you always been this, like, articulate and well-read? And I say that with no disrespect to you because we just met, but people at home watching, get away from your lap. You're horny, aren't you? That's just that's the gig behind the whole thing, not getting married and the women and...
I believe in full disclosure. I believe when you meet a beautiful woman, you should look into her eyes and tell her the complete truth. I find you devastatingly beautiful. Tonight is going to be so miserable without you. Please share my bed.
And that crap works?
Oh, yeah. And then she can say yes or no. Right. But there are no games played, none of this other stuff. And come clean with her. I do, if it becomes love, tell her the truth. I love you with all my heart, all my soul, but I also love your sister and your mommy, too.
So is that how it works with you? You're in a relationship? Is that how it is? You're sort of just in this open...
your mommy, too.
Your open relationship? Boy,
No, I don't... Listen, you can either get married and... make believe you're going to go to Cleveland with your secretary on business. There's no business in Cleveland. You don't have to take your secretary.
Wow.
I refuse to lie to you, to myself, to God.
You should teach at Harvard. This should be like a great course for you to teach.
Well, I am writing a book now called, my second one, by the way. The first one's a New York Times bestseller, still available at your bookstore, called Kiss and Make Up. But the second one's going to be called Buy This Volume 1, which is about this notion, about marriage.
It's an interesting notion.
Ethics and economy.
It's amazing. Yeah, well, listen, you have a lot of money and other stuff I want to show up here before we have to go. You have the Kiss condoms that are going on here.
Yeah, you know what? This started off as a stupid idea in the middle of the night. It's not so stupid. Look, there's no choice. Every man out there, out of respect to the woman he's with, or the farm animal, take your pick, whatever's going on in your life, you owe it out of respect to yourself and to the one you're with, or the ones you're with, to put one of these on. Doesn't have to be with my face.
Right.
You have the choice of putting something on that looks like something that came out of Spartacus. You know, some guy with a Roman helmet.
Right, that's frightening.
Or you can put this good-looking guy right on your Johnson, okay?
Hey, that was awesome. Thank you. Cool what you just did. And then you have, if I'm not mistaken, like they're caskets, right?
Sure.
it's an actual casket. Are these for people to have in their house to hang and lounge in, or is this for people who die and want like somebody in the Kiss Army?
You can actually take the last ride with Kiss if that's what you like.
You sell these, and you sell a lot of mine.
Huge. They're huge, or while you're alive, you can open one up Sunday afternoon while you're watching the ball game because it's also cooler.
Gene wants to be with you in the best of times and obviously the worst of times.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're
from condoms to caskets.
And if you're not sure what to buy, go into any store and whip one of these babies out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Kiss credit card you got there,
It's a Kiss Visa.
Jeez. Boy, if Menudo only knew the money they could have made at the end, they would be rocking right now.
Not familiar with that.
What else you got for me? We got to go.
I got lots. But
Gene Simmons' tongue. We can go out and get this.
Here's what I've got to say to everybody. There's some purists out there, rock and roll purists, and Kiss fans especially, get really pissed off at this thing. You know what? Life is too short to live small dreams. I want to live big, I want to dream big, and I want to make no apologies.
Yeah.
For anything I do, everything I love, I stand behind. And you know what? You're going to put me on TV, I want to put this right in your face.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. And just like you did your tongue, but when we started the interview, that was interesting too. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Gene Simmons, everybody. All right, we're going to take a break. Enrique